What quote hangs on your wall? Welcome to Goal Getting Quote of the Day. I'm Tony Woodall, your host, and I will share with you a great quote I've heard, read, or that's been shared by one of my guests on Goal Getting Podcast weekly show, where I ask, what quote hangs on your wall? Thanks for listening, folks, and I really appreciate it. Hello, Goal Getters, and welcome to Goal Getting Quote of the Day. This is your host, Tony Woodall, the host of Goal Getting Podcast. Today's quote is from my old friend from Jackson County, Georgia, Mr. Charles Schrauth. Charles shared his quote with me as one of the quotes that hangs on his wall. If the dream is big enough, the facts don't count. That's from Cynthia-Stewart Copier from the Chicken Soup for the College Soul book. Now, Charlie and I used to be very active in the Jackson County Area Chamber of Commerce. I was the leader of the Chamber's networking group Power Hour that met weekly at 7 a.m. for Chamber members and guests, and we would meet to share our businesses with one another and offer referrals that needed the business's services. Now, we had a great time working to help each of the county's businesses grow. Charlie and I were good friends, and Charlie was also instrumental in teaching me and helping me write a good resume and look for a job after my coffee news franchise failed due to the economy. Now, his tips and efforts helped me land my work for the bank that I now work for. And I love this quote too. If the dream is big enough, the facts don't count. Now, what does that mean? Cynthia talks about her daughter being short and wanting to play college basketball so she could get a college scholarship, and that would be the only way that she'd be able to afford going to college. The fact that she was short could have been a factor in her thinking in her going to college, but her dad had always taught her that the facts don't count if your dream is big enough. And that is so true, folks. She didn't let that fact count. She trained and practiced and believed in her dream so much that she was able to play college basketball on a scholarship. So what are the facts you face? Are you too old? There are many people that start their own successful business or even change careers after 50, me being one of them. Are you too young? Recently met a great guy, Zephan Moses Blacksburg, all of 18 years old, and he's already started several businesses, worked in the White House, and he's about to publish a new book, Life Rescripted, Find Your Purpose, and Design Your Dream Life Before the Curtain Closes. Now, I'm doing my best to have Zephan on Goal Getting Podcast in the future. So, just keep listening and I'll let you know when we're going to have him on the show because he's a dynamite guy, young man that just, motivates and just gave me a lot of inspiration talking to him at the podcast movement that we went to back in July. So are you short? Did you know that Spud Webb was a professional basketball player for the Atlanta Hawks and he was only 5'7"? And Muggsy Bogues was the shortest pro basketball player ever at only 5'3". Short may be a fact, but it doesn't count when your dreams are big enough. So don't let the facts get in your way of your dreams. Go out today, dream big, and get the goals you set. Make that a fact. If you have a quote that hangs on your wall that motivates or inspires you and you want to mention it on a show, just do like Charlie Schrauth did and create the quote art graphic with your quote and send it to me at tony@goalgettingpodcast.com. Sign up for our mailing list by joining the Goal Getter Nation, and I will put your quote on the show, give you a shout out, and put your quote art on our show notes page. If you like this quote and others on our show on Goal Getting Quote of the Day, I'd love for you to share this with your friends, your family, ask them to come listen, and hopefully we can inspire and motivate them as well. And if you really like them and we would like to make an offer for you, we have a monthly collection of 20 awesome wallpaper-sized images full of great quotes that you can subscribe to for just $4.99 a month or for $49 per year. And then we'll send you our monthly quote pack to help inspire and motivate you. You can get that by just visiting goalgettingpodcast.com/images and sign up today. So thank you for listening to Goal Getting Quote of the Day. I'm Tony Woodall, your host, and I want you to go out and make today a great day.